What's up, guys? This is going to be a short and simple video about getting your COVID test done in Mexico before flying to the US, since the US, at least for now, it seems will continue requiring COVID tests for inbound air travel. So back in early March, we went to Austin for South by Southwest, yeah! And we flew from Merida, Mexico, which means that we had to get 4 COVID tests, one for each of us in the family. And there are tons of options for rapid antigen tests, which are accepted by the US. There are tons of options in Merida, including at the airport, but looking for the cheapest option, it seemed that Salud Digna was either the cheapest or one of the cheapest. Salud Digna is a clinic. They have a location in Centro, Merida, and then one north of the city. And the Central location was pretty convenient for us. Also, my cousin-in-law, who had visited, a couple weeks before we were leaving, went through the same process, and so she felt like Salud Digna was a really nice place. As I said, price was very good. I think it was about $14 US. So I went ahead and registered my whole family to do the test at that clinic. So I made our appointments online, did the registration. We went to the clinic. It was very clean. The people were very professional, very friendly and helpful. We only needed to have the photos of our passports, which was great because that's all we had. And our tests were completed in about 10 minutes total for all 4 of us. We've done about, I think, 4 or 5 COVID tests now as a family, and it's pretty standard. They do kind of stick it up your nose a bit, but it's not, for us, it's not painful. Kids seem to be totally fine. And our results were provided to us online about an hour and a half later. So luckily we're all negative, we're all good to go. But I do want to say that I found a company that comes to your house and does a test for you, and they were willing to do it for a really good price. And yeah, I thought this was a great deal. If I could do it over again, I'd save the hassle of going through the registration process and going to the testing site, and I would have just had that company come to us for a little bit more money. Now, I'm sure they were giving us a 4-person discount, so if you are only 1 or 2 people, the price difference may not be so great, and it might make more sense just to go to the clinic. But anyway, fast forward about 1 month. We're in April now in Mexico City. My mother-in-law has been visiting us, and she's about to fly back to the US. So once again, I had to do a little bit of research, and I found that here in Mexico City, many pharmacies offer COVID testing. I read about one particular place, and they have COVID testing at pretty much every one of their branches, and they are all over the place. So it was extremely easy to find a convenient location. And I registered her online, but when I tried to make the payment, I was unable to because it seemed like they wouldn't accept a non-Mexican credit card. So I couldn't make the payment. If I was able to, the payment would have only been $13 to do this test. But instead, we had to show up at the pharmacy, make payment there. So it ended up being about $15. And I showed them the registration that I'd already done, so the appointment time and all that, but I think that we were actually just put in as a walk-up. I don't think they paid any attention to my registration. And this place did not look anywhere as nice as the place in Merida. It was just sort of like a small little office, and my mother-in-law was in and out of there in like 5 minutes. Maybe less. It was really quick. And what was most shocking was that she was in and out, and when we were trying to find out how to access the results later, we realized they'd given her the results right then and there on the spot, printed out. She was negative. So on the one hand, I questioned whether the test was really done properly and genuinely, but on the other hand, it was super simple and very easy for her to get her test done. And that is it. I mean, I may be looking at doing this again when we're in Cancun, flying back to the States next month. It'll just kind of depend on whether the US changes its requirements or not. So if we end up doing that, then I guess I'll have a new data point to add to this conversation. I don't think it'll be hard to do, but yeah, well, I'll let you know if we end up needing to do it. Thanks again as always. See y'all later.